The last structure that we'll talk about is probably the simplest. I call it a bump bump, and it's actually something I have kind of made up. You as a student then get a full experience, something that everyone thinks is right, something that very smart people think is right, and something that your teacher thinks is right. And again, you as the student should always be thinking critically in deciding if you also think these things are right. A bump bump is a simple pairing of ideas. You just put two thoughts together. Quite often they are opposites, like it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. But they don't have to be opposites. They can be complements, like salt and pepper, or it can just be one idea and a quick demonstration, or it could be one idea and an aside. You might say something like, "Oh, I ate at that new restaurant. It was delicious." There's no story there. There's kind of an argument, but really it's an argument with one demonstration, or a bump bump. I think this is often used in writing and in speech. And I think it's very effective. Like in the opening of Harry Potter, the first paragraph is just two sentences. And they say the same thing, except flipped. By saying the same thing, that the Dursleys are very normal, they don't deal with strange stuff, right there at the beginning, by emphasizing it twice, we as the reader can guess, oh, actually something strange will happen to them. And indeed it does. Now, again, hopefully you're thinking critically, and one of your thoughts might be, if we can just bump two ideas together, why can't we just bump 3 ideas or bump 10 ideas? Why do we need to think about arguments and stories? If I can just say bump bump, why can't I say bump 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 bump? And maybe you can, but my argument is that it doesn't seem to work. It doesn't seem to work in music. You don't just do bump 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 with notes. It doesn't seem to work in games or sports like boxing. You don't just bump 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 bump. It doesn't seem to work in stars, if you think about orbital mechanics, the 3-body problem, if you know that. It doesn't seem to work, whereas 2 is quite often used. In music, you can do 1, 2, 3, and 4, a quick double count. In games like boxing, the 1-2 is a classic combination. And in orbital mechanics, there's the stars will become binary, a binary star system. I think this idea, bump bump, we will see it in a lot of writing, just as we will see these two. And I think it can be very, very useful.